Hi guys, it's Karina. So I am back, and this time I am going to be sharing with you guys how to make this adorable dahlia using only one petal for my template one, and I am going to be using the smallest petal, but if you want larger sizes then you would follow the same technique. Okay, so with this template purchase you do get 7 different petals and then 3 different base circles. For this one in particular that we're going to be making, I did use the smallest petal along with the smallest base. Now this template is meant to make larger flowers, but if you are more on the smaller side, kind of like this one right here, because honestly this is the smallest flower that you will be able to make with template one. And let me just measure her. Yeah, she's around let's see, yeah, around 7.5 inches. If that's still too big for you, or maybe the size is perfect but you also want smaller, I do have my template 48, which is pretty, I mean, it's identical. It's just the smaller version of my template one, and I do have a couple of video tutorials on her here on my YouTube channel as well on my template 48. Okay, but my template one needed some little refresher tutorial, so which is why we are working with her today. So before this I do this tutorial, I do want to mention that I did record another video tutorial on the 2-petal dahlia. Let me show you, which is this one right here. So she already has a video already uploaded here on my YouTube channel, so the one before this, on how to make this one only using 2 petals. Okay, so that one is available. Wanted to separate them though, because with this one I do want to do a little walkthrough of what the SVG looks like, because I am going to be using my cutting machine to cut out the petals. It's a lot of them, so I'm definitely not going to be hand cutting those, but there is the option of the PDF, which will allow you to hand cut if you do decide. I do tend to do both with this particular template, especially with the larger ones, because I don't have patience for my Cricut machine to cut out 1 petal when I can cut out 4 at the same time. But for today, we're going to do cutting machine. So let's go to Design Space and let me show you what it looks like. Okay, you guys, so here is what the SVG looks like. Don't mind this over here, that means I just resized it. So this is what the SVG will look like. Now, when you purchase it from my Etsy, again, you're gonna get the SVG and the PDF, okay? So the PDF just means that you are going to print it at home on cardstock, cut it out, and then you're gonna have your own hard copy template to trace and cut. As for the SVG, when you download the SVG, you guys, as soon as you download it, and I do have a video here on my YouTube doing a general walkthrough, you're gonna go to upload, which is right here. I don't know why it's, there we go, on upload right here, and then you're going to look for the SVG or for the file and then upload it. Okay, and then the SVG will pop up, and this is what it will look like. So again, there is a better detailed video tutorial on uploading SVGs here on my YouTube channel. So you're going to notice that it is attached. We are going to want to ungroup. So you're going to come over here to the right hand side, click ungroup, and it is going to separate the petals for you. So notice there are directions here. All of my SVGs, pretty much 99% of them will have directions where they're going to tell you what size you're going to have to change the petals. Okay, the nice thing with SVGs, like, you can pretty much manipulate the sizing yourself, but I am going to give you the original measurements, and then from there, if you decide that maybe you want larger or smaller, you can definitely play around with the sizing. Okay, but the measurements that you see are the original measurements. Okay, and then you're just gonna go here and read the directions. Let me see. So right here it says keep image locked when resizing and only resize the heights, meaning make sure that this lock key right here is locked. Okay, whenever you're changing the sizing. I'm sorry, I don't know why this isn't focusing. And then when you change the sizing, you're only changing the height, because the width will automatically change. So let's take the green one here. It says 10.7. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the green one. I'm gonna go here to height, And then I am gonna grab my keyboard. 10.7. Enter. And voila, it changed the sizing. So you're gonna do that to all of them along with the bases. And then when you're ready to cut or whatnot, just delete the instructions because you don't need the directions anymore, okay? So you can just delete this and then just save it. So then you have already the SVG already sized for you, which these are already sized for me. Okay, so for the smaller Dahlia, you are gonna be using the smaller base and then the smallest petal. Now for this one, I am going to be using my cutting machine to cut because there's no way I'm going to hand cut these again because I did with the other one, it was too much work. So I'm going to make around 55 and then if I need more, then I will just hand trace and cut if I need more. So I'm going to start off with 55 of the small ones, and then you just need one base circle. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those out. Okay, you guys, so I have most of my petals already prepped, but let me show you just how to prep it. So just grab yourself a wooden dowel, give them a curl. Now I am using the 65-pound weight still from Nina. It's like a shimmery champagne color. And just like that is how we're gonna prep our petals, okay? So I did about 55, I wanna say, petals, but again, if we need more or less, then we can do that at the end. Okay, so we are going to go around in a circle here. That is your goal. So you're just going to pinch the bottom a little bit just to make it a little bit flatter, and then go ahead and add a dot of glue, and then you're going to glue your first petal, and you are just going to go around in a circle, okay? And spacing, you don't want to leave too much of a space, just enough space to where, you know, the second layer, the petal will be able to go in between. And just also make sure that the base is the same color as the petals, okay? So you just want to make sure that it is the same. And this is pretty much it. So let me go ahead and finish this first layer, because I mean, it's gonna be a lot of cuties. So let me go ahead and finish that first layer. Just remember, just go around in a circle, and then I'm gonna be right back when I'm done with that first layer. All right, you guys, so here is the first layer. Let me see how many I ended up doing. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So 18 for that first layer. I'm gonna go ahead and get a wooden dowel because I feel like I might need it. So we're gonna repeat now by adding the second layer. So we're gonna go in between. Your goal here is just to go in between the petals. If at some point they don't line up, it's okay. Your goal here is just to go around in a circle. And I like to use a wooden dowel to kind of push it down. Now you could use text weight paper as well with this one. Honestly, it would probably be a lot more easier to work with. I feel like when you're working with cardstock and you're working with smaller petals, I feel like it's a little bit more harder to like curl. So definitely text weight you can get away with this particular flower, with the Dahlia. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this second layer up. Just wanted to show you how to get started, and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so done with that second layer. So I was able to do 18 as well. So they went right in between that first layer. So we are on to the third layer. So this layer definitely will have less. So just start off in between two petals and then just go around in a circle. And then definitely have that wooden dowel. To help you press down. And I have a feeling I might have to end up cutting more petals. Now, I don't know if I mentioned, I am using the Sure Bonder mini detailed glue gun. Definitely my go-to glue gun when it comes to smaller flowers. Just because of that nozzle, notice how it's thinner. And you can pretty much get these at any craft store, you guys. The mini detailed. I've seen them at my Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, even Walmart. But Amazon too. Typically that's where I purchase them from. It's hard to venture out with 4 kids, so Amazon Prime is my best friend. Okay, so I'm definitely going to need more petals. That is for sure. So I'm going to be able to squeeze one more petal right here between these two. Gonna squeeze her in. All right, so there you go. There is that third layer. So let me see how many I ended up using. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 for that third layer. So I have 3 petals left right here, so I'm definitely gonna have to cut out some more. So let me just show you. You're gonna do the same thing. Glue, start off in between 2 petals. And then just go around in a circle. So let me glue this last one that I have here. And then, actually I need quite a few. So I am gonna go back to my Cricut and cut out the other petals. So I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so I did finish that 4th layer. So I did end up using 9, I believe. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, so 9 for the 4th layer. So now we're just gonna finish up and close the gap. So then just add your glue, start off in between some petals. Grab my wooden dowel and just go around in a circle until you close that gap. think I can squeeze one more right here. Fix that one right there. There we go. Squeeze that one in. So as of now, I have 5 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I can probably squeeze maybe 1 or 2 in there. So let me get 2 more petals. And see how many I can squeeze in there. Get my little skewer. I know it's hard to tell. So I think I can squeeze 1 more. There's like this little gap right here. So I'm gonna see if I can squeeze 1 more. Now you could always opt out to, like, instead of the center part, maybe creating your own center. I don't believe for my template 71, I did create a center using one of my center images, but I don't think I ever posted the tutorial for it. You know, I always have all these videos planned to do for you guys. And then, you know, life happens. I get so busy and then like I completely forget. Okay, I think we are done. And there you go. There is the 1 petal dahlia with my template 1. Let me show you guys over here. So there she is. Isn't she adorable? So there you go, the 1 petal dahlia. So this is the smallest petal with the smallest base. Now remember, you have 2 other bases, the medium and the large base. So if you wanted to repeat, make a larger dahlia, just grab any of the other petals, just 1 petal, and then grab a base and then just go for it. Just follow the same techniques as I shared with you. Obviously, maybe the amount of petals will not be the same. I just feel like with the smaller petals, you tend to use more. So probably with the larger ones, you would just end up using less petals. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you found that helpful on this 1 petal dahlia. Like, aren't they adorable? I am obsessed. So again, apply any of the steps that I shared with the videos to make larger dahlias. So don't forget that this one, the 2 petal dahlia, is also now available on my YouTube channel. And then the 3 petal dahlia, I do have it linked underneath the 2 petal dahlia if you want to refer to that video tutorial. I posted it many years ago, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. When I made the 3 petal dahlia, but I still think it's a good tutorial for you to refer to if you want to make the 3 petal dahlia. So again, template can be found on my Etsy channel, Ariel Elise Designs, or my shop, I should say. So you get both the PDF and the SVG. And if you have any questions, please either message me on my Etsy or my email, arielelisedesigns@gmail.com, and I'm always happy to help. And yeah, that is template 1 dahlia.